I think, royal duty is extremely important. I think it's part of the fabric of what, the royal family is, and any future tense situation between Prince William and Queen Camilla unfolded before the eyes of the world, leaving Camilla in tears and great humiliation, surprising everyone. William rejected Camilla's request to include her son in a royal event, forcing King Charles to choose between his wife and son. Join us as we unveil how this royal saga got so bad. The growing gap between Camilla and William is significant. Prince William is not merely another royal family member. He is the future King of England, a position that comes with substantial pressure and expectation. William came into this world on June 21, 1982, at St. Mary's Hospital in London. He was immediately thrust into the public spotlight as the firstborn of King Charles III and the beloved Princess Diana. William grew up knowing that his life would never truly be his own. Every choice, statement, and action he makes reflects not only on himself but also on the entire monarchy as he succeeds to the title of Duke of Cornwall and assumes broader responsibilities for decades. William has skillfully managed this duty, balancing the fine line between tradition and progress. He has earned praise for his effectiveness, and his responsibilities encompass a variety of tasks, including diplomatic engagements and leading charitable initiatives, such as his dedicated efforts for mental health awareness and environmental conservation. However, the weight on his shoulders grew considerably after the death of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. Long before caring for the natural world became a common concern, and alongside his father, now king, William was appointed the Prince of Wales, bringing him closer to the throne and placing him under increased scrutiny from both the public and the media. Simultaneously, the royal family was still grappling with the aftermath of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure in 2020. Their highly publicized exit, along with the shocking allegations that followed, plunged the monarchy into one of its most challenging periods in recent history. Amid the chaos, William was seen as the anchor of stability, the steady force trying to hold everything together. However, while he managed the external pressures of royal life, an internal conflict was brewing involving Queen Consort Camilla. Camilla's role in the royal family has always been contentious. The woman who was once central to the infamous love triangle of Charles and Diana was never entirely accepted by the public, especially those fiercely loyal to the late princess. Her transition from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort after Charles's ascension only intensified tensions. Although she worked hard to advocate for issues like literacy and domestic maltreatment awareness, public skepticism remained. For William, Camilla's increasing role within the monarchy posed an even deeper personal conflict. He had always kept his mother's memory close. Diana was more than just his mother. She was his guiding influence, shaping his values and perspective on life. Her tragic death in 1997 created a lasting scar that never fully healed. While William publicly acknowledged Camilla as part of the family, the reality behind closed doors was far more complex. He had spent years trying to balance his duty to his father with his loyalty to his mother's legacy. Prince William had taken on minor royal responsibilities again, yet Camilla's rise to queen altered everything. Initially, the tension was slight, formal, but not warm. However, as Camilla's impact increased, so did William's discomfort. Bound by obligation, he concealed his lingering discomfort, compelled to support the woman he once perceived as the source of his mother's pain. Their relationship became increasingly strained as royal duties transitioned. With Charles now king, Camilla gained more prominence, accompanying him at significant events and functions. William was no longer merely an heir apparent. He was actively influencing the monarchy's direction. Some of Camilla's expanding authority appeared to conflict with his vision for the institution. What prompted Prince William to take such a surprising action that left Queen Camilla visibly unsettled and the monarchy in turmoil? Would you like to know what happened? Keep watching. The refusal to grant Camilla's demands became a key point of contention. The grand charity event at Windsor Castle was intended to be an evening of unity and tradition, a dazzling display that highlighted the monarchy's dedication to philanthropy, set within the historic confines of Windsor. The event was expected to attract esteemed guests, royals, and influential figures, all supporting important causes. However, beneath the meticulously crafted veneer of elegance and grace, tensions simmered just below the surface. The event, meant to reinforce the monarchy's stability, instead evolved into the setting for a power struggle between Prince William and Queen Camilla, which unfolded in a highly public and humiliating manner. At the center of the controversy was a decision that thrilled everyone in the palace: Prince William's staunch refusal to permit Camilla's eldest son, Tom Parker Bowles, to attend. Although Tom had long been part of royal circles, his presence had never been officially acknowledged in state affairs. Unlike senior royals bound by protocol, Tom had always been seen as an outsider, an esteemed food critic and author uninterested in the stringent formalities of royal life. Despite embracing healthy eating, his mother's ascent to queen consort had blurred those distinctions, resulting in rising tensions regarding his role within the royal family. In the days before the event, Camilla had reportedly pushed for her son's inclusion on the guest list, viewing it as a natural step towards unifying their family, a symbolic gesture of acceptance. However, for William, this was a matter of principle. He believed the monarchy depended on an unwavering foundation of tradition and hierarchy. Despite his connections, Tom was not part of the royal bloodline, and his participation in such a significant event would create a model that William was not willing to consider. The final decision came quickly and left no room for negotiation. When the official guest list was confirmed, Tom's name was noticeably missing. Camilla, determined to contest the ruling, reportedly made several appeals, yet William remained steadfast. The rift between them deepened, and what could have been a private disagreement quickly turned public. On the night of the event, the tension peaked as guests arrived in their finest outfits, welcomed by the grandeur of Windsor Castle's gates. An unexpected incident occurred when Tom Parker Bowles, who had expected to attend with his mother, was reportedly denied entry at the gate. Security, acting under strict orders, left him in an uncomfortable and humiliating situation. For Queen Camilla, it was nothing short of catastrophic. She was forced to maintain a composed facade for the cameras, yet struggled to conceal her discomfort. Tom's exclusion represented more than just protocol. It was a clear indication of her limited influence. Sources indicated she felt a deep disappointment in William's choice, regarding it as a dismissal of her efforts to fully integrate her family into the royal sphere. Yet, in spite of the personal pain, she opted against retaliating. However, those who know Camilla well describe her as realistic, a woman who comprehends the delicate balance needed to navigate the monarchy. While the pain of her son's exclusion still stung, she realized that pushing back too fiercely could threaten the fragile unity of the royal family, which she had spent years carefully safeguarding. Rather than confronting William head-on, she reportedly internalized her frustration, choosing quiet resilience over open conflict. This situation highlighted the ongoing challenge Camilla faces, the intricate balance between her personal role as a mother and her public responsibility as a queen. Although her children, including Tom, have generally remained independent from royal life, incidents like these starkly illustrate that the distinctions between family and monarchy are less clear-cut than she might have wished. The unexpected reasons behind Prince William's actions on May 6, 2023, at Westminster Abbey, when the royal scepter symbolizing kingly power and justice showcased a spectacle of tradition and regal splendor, were also evident. However, beneath the stunning ceremony, tension simmered just beneath the surface, revealing fractures within the royal family that had long remained hidden from public sight. One particular moment stood out to keen observers, a moment that conveyed much without a single word spoken. As King Charles and Queen Camilla processed down the aisle after the historic coronation, every member of the congregation bowed in respect to the newly anointed monarch. Yet, when Camilla walked by, not a single head turned. The silence was very obvious, starkly illustrating unexpressed resentment and a visible manifestation of deep-seated frustrations that had been simmering for months. The source of this cool reception stemmed from Camilla's guest list. The Queen had reportedly invited 20 of her close friends and family, including her son Tom Parker Bowles, while excluding the necessary figures that were instrumental in her ascent to the throne. Among those omitted were individuals who had once been her staunchest allies, champions of her integration into the royal family. Their absence did not go unnoticed, nor did the choice to favor her inner circle over those who had helped her gain acceptance. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, were among those who felt the impact of Camilla's decisions. Their concealed anger was palpable beneath the day's decorum. Catherine, recognized for her calm and elegant presence, notably chose not to extend to Camilla the expected courtesy, an omission that conveyed more than words could. Even Prince Harry, despite his own complicated relationship with the family, reportedly echoed the frustration as he acknowledged the widening rift intensified by his stepmother's actions. The consequences of this contentious guest list persisted well beyond the coronation. When it was time for Prince William to manage the invitations for the Windsor Charity Gala, he made a conscious choice, meaning that Tom Parker Bowles's name was omitted. This was neither a hasty choice nor a careless error. It served as a statement, a clear sign that loyalty within the royal family should not be assumed and that past issues are not easily overlooked. The media and public quickly interpreted the issue as reports of the latest royal rift circulated. British media jumped on the story without hesitation. Tabloid headlines shouted dramatic interpretations, each offering a unique perspective on the spreading tensions within the monarchy. Some depicted Prince William's actions as a firm commitment to maintain royal dignity and tradition, while others viewed it as a painful reminder of the invisible barriers the Camilla family continued to encounter within the royal family. The exclusion of Tom Parker Bowles from a significant royal event was no trivial offense. It conveyed a clear message that the press eagerly analyzed. On social media, the divide was stark. Many anti-Camilla supporters backed William, praising his strict adherence to royal protocols and interpreting his choice as essential for preserving the monarchy's integrity. They framed it as a reaffirmation of traditional hierarchy, where bloodline and duty took precedence over personal relationships. Conversely, some expressed sympathy for Tom and Queen Camilla, perceiving the action as an implicit rejection of a family that had tirelessly sought acceptance. The debate intensified across various platforms as new information emerged. Royal insiders, never missing a chance to incite speculation, added to the intrigue. Whispers from within the palace suggested long-standing tensions, with certain sources indicating that this was not a singular event but a glimpse into a deeper, ongoing struggle within the House of Windsor. Journalists eagerly interpreted the monarchy's concealed tensions, connecting past grievances and overlooked feuds, illustrating a family still divided beneath the surface. News outlets scrutinized the implications, linking them to former instances of discord, rifts that had only deepened over time. Analysts pondered the implications of this for the monarchy's future, questioning if William's choice indicated a larger transformation in the royal environment. Was this a strategic step to reshape the power dynamics in the family, or merely an inevitable conflict between tradition and contemporary family bonds? What was indisputable, however, was that this was no simple oversight. It was a choice made with complete awareness of its repercussions, one that would resonate in the public mind and inside the palace. For a family that relied on meticulously crafted images, this moment fractured the facade of unity, exposing the subtle yet unmistakable divisions within the monarchy. In all these, what do you think was King Charles's reaction? The king's calculated reaction behind the majestic walls of the palace, where family issues often clash with state affairs, was pivotal. King Charles found himself confronted with a situation that demanded both diplomacy and authority. This was not just an ordinary family quarrel that resonated with many in the United Kingdom. It was a developing public relations crisis with the potential to overshadow the monarchy. Insiders close to the palace disclosed that Charles, always composed and measured in his leadership, recognized the sensitive nature of the matter. Both Queen Camilla and Prince William were essential to his reign, and navigating this discord without showing favoritism was crucial. For William, the choice to leave Tom Parker Bowles out was not personal but stemmed from his strong adherence to royal protocol. While Charles appreciated his son's steadfast commitment to tradition, he also recognized the larger consequences involved. This was more than merely deciding who should or shouldn't be invited. It was a very important moment that could either strengthen the monarchy's cohesion or reveal its rifts. Behind closed doors, Charles acknowledged William's viewpoint, understanding the rationale behind his decision, while gently encouraging him to weigh the long-term effects on the family. Camilla, too, needed reassurance. Her son's exclusion conveyed a significant message that could reopen old wounds and reinforce the perception that her family was perpetually on the margins. In private dialogues, Charles reportedly comforted her, stating that Tom's absence did not diminish her value as queen or as a mother. His carefully chosen words aimed to reaffirm her role within the monarchy while subtly advocating for understanding over bitterness. Recognizing that a quiet revolution was no longer achievable, Charles took a definitive action by convening a private family meeting. He gathered those at the heart of the matter to ease tensions before they went further. This effort was not merely about patching up an immediate dispute, it was aimed at protecting the monarchy's public image. During the meeting, Charles reminded both William and Camilla of a crucial and fundamental reality. The monarchy's strength has always relied on unity. The world was observing, and any hint of discord could undermine the stability that the institution had laboriously preserved. With his usual composure, Charles encouraged them to overlook personal grievances and concentrate on their shared responsibilities. Being royal entailed more than just titles and traditions. It involved upholding the values that had characterized the institution for centuries. At a time of heightened public scrutiny, the last thing the monarchy needed was an internal rift displayed in front of the world. The meeting concluded without ceremony, but its importance was clear. Charles had outlined his expectations: unity above all else. Whether the wounds could genuinely heal remains uncertain, yet one thing is clear: this was a moment that would not be easily forgotten within the palace. What unspoken tensions linger behind closed doors? Can King Charles genuinely enforce unity, or is the palace more fragmented than ever, covering up royal rifts with a smile? Following the Windsor charity event, a tense but fragile atmosphere enveloped the royal family. The public, always observant, perceived what seemed to be a moment of reconciliation: cordial smiles, polite interactions, and a carefully curated show of unity. However, those familiar with affairs at the palace understood the reality. The rift between Prince William and Queen Camilla remained unhealed and deeply entrenched, simmering just below the veneer of royal propriety. At the core of this understated conflict was an unvoiced power struggle that had been brewing since Camilla's ascension alongside King Charles III. William, fiercely protective of royal customs, had long harbored doubts regarding her role within the monarchy, a feeling that intensified after his mother, Princess Diana, became overshadowed by history. Conversely, Camilla had devoted years to establishing herself, striving for acceptance among the British populace and the institution that had previously rejected her. Yet, despite her crown, William questioned her legitimacy. The tensions between them were laid bare when William made a bold and deliberate choice to exclude Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son, from seemingly trivial royal events. While to many, it was a minor matter, within palace walls, it conveyed significant implications. Tom's absence from important events was not a mistake, but a message. William was clearly establishing a boundary, that regardless of Camilla's position, her family would never truly belong to the inner royal circle. Camilla had fought valiantly for her crown, yet William firmly indicated that the monarchy was not hers to redefine. Both understood that an outright confrontation was not an option. The monarchy's survival hinged on the facade of harmony. William and Camilla recognized their public personas as united, but privately, they were at odds. They navigated official events with a shared goal, yet their motivations diverged significantly. Camilla, always ready to do anything for fame, aimed to cement her legacy as queen alongside Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-reigning monarch in British history, proving her worth in the annals of British monarchy. William, the future king, remained steadfast in his conviction that traditions should remain intact, regardless of personal sacrifice. For the public, the portrayal of unity at the Windsor charity event sufficed. Cameras caught fleeting moments of politeness, a short exchange of words, and a nod of recognition. However, within the confines of the palace, the atmosphere was still charged. Longtime servants of the royal household murmured about a tenuous truce that could shatter at any time. King Charles attempted to alleviate tensions, advocating for unity for the monarchy's benefit, yet William and Camilla remained at odds, not due to a single issue, but conflicting visions for the monarchy's future. They kept public peace, bound by obligation, while behind the palace doors, the battle for dominance continued. Do you know that Tom was not the first person from Camilla's family who has received some sort of denial? Camilla's sister received her own fair share from William as well. Let's explore more about this. Prince William's royal duty affects Camilla's family. Numerous contentious circumstances led Prince William to disclose his surprising choice regarding Queen Camilla, a moment that surprised not only Camilla but the entire royal family. It all started in 2005 when King Charles named Annabel Elliot, a notable interior designer, as the lead designer for his estates, which encompassed the Duchy of Cornwall. Her responsibilities included the decoration and updating of numerous properties on the estate, such as high-end rental cottages situated in Cornwall, Wales, and the Isles of Scilly. The financial support for Annabel's services mainly originated from the Duchy of Cornwall, a large property designed to generate revenue for the heir to the British crown, which Charles oversaw until he became king in September 2022. Annabel Elliot, the younger sibling of Queen Camilla, is acknowledged for her contributions in this role. Reports indicate that she was compensated well for her services, receiving total payments that reached thousands of dollars over the years. For example, the yearly report of the duchy showed that by September 2022, she had earned roughly $25,000 in fees and commissions, plus about $115,000 for acquiring furniture, furnishings, and retail inventory for the duchy's estates. This setup continued until Charles ascended to the throne, after which Prince William took over the management of the duchy as the new Duke of Cornwall. The Telegraph stated that Prince William decided against renewing Annabel's contract for her design services for the 2023 to 2024 timeframe. Sources suggest that this decision was not a criticism of Annabel's efforts. Instead, it implies that her input was deemed sufficient and that the duchy personnel had acquired enough skill from her mentorship. Recent reports confirm that no further payments are due to Annabelle, signaling the end of her professional relationship with the estate. This choice is significant not only because of Annabelle's enduring connection to the royal family, but also because of her strong personal bonds with her sister, Queen Camilla. The bond between the two sisters has been strong, often seen together at public events, including their shared presence at Wimbledon in July 2003. Moreover, Annabelle played a key role in Camilla's coronation in May 2023, acting as a coronation attendant with other relatives. William's management style, marked by greater efficiency and reduced familial dependence, differs from that of his father. The historical relationships between William and Camilla's family might have shaped his choice to establish some distance from Camilla and her relatives. This change may indicate William's commitment to openness and a contemporary viewpoint on royal finances, as he reportedly pays income tax on his earnings, although the specific amount is private, differing from his father's practices. Nonetheless, Prince William's choice to not reappoint Annabelle Elliot indicates a significant departure from the traditions established by his father. The consequences of his rule and the potential influence of Camilla in it are still to be established. Queen Camilla is reported to be very distressed because Prince William has made a significant decision regarding royal finances. Following his father King Charles's ascension to the throne in September 2022, Prince William assumed the respected title of Duke of Cornwall, a role ingrained in royal tradition for 7 centuries. Prince William disclosed an important fact in the combined annual report on July 24, leading to Queen Camilla's distress. It was this report that led to Annabelle Elliot being removed from the royal payroll. Annabelle Elliot, a renowned interior designer and sister of Queen Camilla, has been let go from her role, signaling a significant change in the workings of the Duchy of Cornwall. According to recent reports, it will be the first occasion in nearly 20 years that Annabelle Elliot will not receive payment for her services in the year 2023 to 2024. This decision stems from Prince William's efforts to streamline and modernize the financial operations of the duchy since he took charge. Sources who communicated with the Telegraph indicated that Miss Elliot's dismissal did not pertain to her work performance. Rather, the 75-year-old Annabelle Elliot has generated hundreds of thousands of pounds through her work over the last 2 decades. She has played a key role in renovating and modernizing the duchy's holiday residences in Cornwall, Wales, and the Isles of Scilly. Prince William's decision to remove Annabelle Elliot from the payroll has generated significant debate within royal circles, given her status as a trusted and essential part of the duchy's operations. Her vast collection has been significantly enhanced by her knowledge of interior design, which has improved both the utility and visual attractiveness of numerous duchy properties. Concerns have been expressed regarding the future direction of property management in the duchy and its broader operational effects resulting from her departure from her position as Duke of Cornwall. Prince William has shown a strong commitment to reforming the management approach of the duchy. Choosing to terminate the professional relationship with Annabelle Elliot, although challenging, demonstrates a dedication to aligning the duchy's financial practices with contemporary standards and enhancing transparency. Recent financial data from the Duchy of Cornwall suggests that the decision to withhold compensation from Annabelle Elliot is part of a broader strategy to reassess and streamline expenditures. Prince William is facing difficult choices to ensure the duchy's future stability in light of contemporary societal expectations and obligations confronting the royal family. Although Prince William's reason for taking this action cannot be related to the legacy of his late mother, it's necessary to note that it still reflects Tom's experience, which hurt Camilla so much. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video. The absence of her son was not merely a logistical issue, but a public reminder that despite her position, her family would never truly fit into the monarchy's inner circle. Her embarrassment was palpable, and those nearby witnessed a rare moment of vulnerability in an otherwise poised royal. Insiders suggest that William's stance was not fueled by personal malice but rather a steadfast commitment to upholding the monarchy's reputation. The prince, known for his careful management of royal obligations, perceived the inclusion of Camilla's family in such significant events as a potential threat to established boundaries. His choice was a clear statement that the monarchy must uphold a distinct line between duty and personal relationships, regardless of the consequences. Adding an additional layer to the situation was the unacknowledged burden of history. William's relationship with Camilla had always appeared friendly on the surface, yet the influence of his mother, Princess Diana, cast a significant shadow. While he had publicly embraced Camilla's position alongside his father, insiders indicate that he remained profoundly protective of Diana's legacy. Allowing Camilla's son to become too involved in royal events may have felt to William like a disloyalty to the mother he had lost. Beyond the immediate fallout, this incident revealed the underlying fractures within the royal family, remnants of authority, unresolved tensions, and the continuing battle to shape the monarchy's future. For William, the choice reaffirmed his role as the protector of royal traditions, while for Camilla, it served as a harsh reminder that, regardless of her high status, her past would always trail her. What hidden truths lie behind the royal image, and is the struggle for dominance within the palace just commencing? Let's find out. Camilla couldn't hide her pain and distress. The absence of her son, Tom Parker Bowles, at the royal charity event deeply pained Queen Camilla, as she understood that her role as a mother remained intact on that significant evening. Guests gathered at the magnificent Windsor Castle, indulging in the splendor of the meticulously arranged royal affair. Camilla found herself struggling internally with what she viewed as a grave personal affront. Her son wasn't merely omitted from the guest list, he was intentionally excluded, a choice made by Prince William himself. For a woman who had fought for decades to carve out her place in the royal family, this served as a painful reminder that, despite her title, certain barriers persisted for her and her loved ones. Close associates of the Queen disclosed that the shock of this decision rendered her momentarily speechless. While she had endured relentless public and media scrutiny throughout her life, this situation felt distinctly different. It was a blow dealt by the very family she had tirelessly strived to bring together. Camilla's instinct as a mother was always to safeguard her children, even as she adeptly managed her royal duties.